Welcome to the Roadmap to 1 Million podcast. I'm your host, Stacey Zeal, and if you're looking for the high-level strategies and stories behind building a seven-figure product brand, then you're in the right place. On this show, we'll uncover the advanced strategies, stories, and secrets that you need to know in order to take your e-commerce brand to the next level. Are you ready to uncover your roadmap to 1 million? Let's dive in. Welcome to Roadmap to 1 Million. I am your host, Stacey Zeal, and I am a Fractional Chief Marketing Officer and Facebook ads expert for 6- and 7-figure online brands. And on this show, I reveal the marketing secrets, strategies, and stories that you must know if you want to take your business to the next level. So if you have a big vision and you are ready to change the world with your products or your brilliance, you are definitely in the right place. So make sure that you are following the show and share with your friends. We have new episodes every Tuesday. So definitely make sure that you're following the show so that you don't miss any of the episodes. And so today we are talking about 3 specific ways to avoid burnout this year by leveraging Facebook ads. And so reason I wanted to talk about this is because a lot of the CEOs that I've been talking to lately, including myself, to be honest, have big goals, big vision, big revenue goals that they want to hit this year. But 2022 wiped everybody the F out. Let me know if you can relate. Send me a DM if you can relate that 2022 wiped you out. So a lot of the CEOs I've talked to, a lot of my clients, a lot of the leads and stuff that I'm getting, they want to do things differently this year. And so if you want to do things differently this year, then it's time to pay to play. And so if you want to invest in saving your time, then you want to definitely keep listening. None of these ways, let me just say this right off the bat, none of these ways include boosting posts, okay? And so if you are boosting posts, if you think that boosting posts is something that you should be doing this year, you definitely want to go back and listen to episode 12, because that is where I talk about frequently asked Facebook ad questions. So definitely go back and listen to that, because boosting posts is not any of these ways. And so if you're thinking about, hey, I know I want to do things differently this year, because if I do the same stuff I did last year, this year, then you're going to be burnt out again, right? So if you've decided that, hey, I'm going to invest in ads this year, I'm just not sure about how to do that or some different ways that I can actually do that to grow my business, that's what we're going to talk about today. So let's jump into these 3 ways. The first way is for lead generation for your launches. And so whether you're launching a new product, whether you're launching, something that's existing, you need to get people into the top of your funnel. And so I talk a lot about customer journey and funnels and all those kinds of things, but really, when you're thinking about ads and launching, understand that with ads, you are most likely connecting with and attracting cold audiences. And so yes, you want to be, running ads to your warm audiences, but that's not what we're going to be talking about for the purposes of this. Take 2 months to build your email list. And you want to make sure that you're warming people up before your launch. So you start running your ads 2 months or so before your actual launch, so that way you can get people on your email list. You can really just start to automate that lead generation. You can get people into your workshops. You can get people, to buy your products, right? But you take that time to get them on your list and to start to warm them up with your email and your content and that kinds of things while you are preparing for your launch. And so different things that you can do is you can do a wait list. You can do an exclusive first look. You can do for people that's something that worked really, really great for Black Friday when I was at Zappos is hey, sign up to get the sale first, or product launches, sign up to get the product first, right? Or to get notified when the product drops. You can send people to a quiz. And you're saying hey, let me just, start sending a lot of traffic through my quiz and really, just nurture those people, get them on my email list. So that way, when I'm ready to launch, I can actually, they know me and they like me and they trust me. And then, anything also like workshops, freebies, lead magnets, those kinds of things. One of my clients right now that is running ads, she's getting a $3 cost per lead. And so if you think about if you want to add an extra 100 people to your list, right, to your launch, then do that testing that it takes to get your costs down to that $3 to $1 per lead. So that way you can get people on your email list and you can again start to warm them up. So that way when it comes launch time, they know that they have the problem that you are solving. They know what it is, and they can actually be a purchaser from you. So if you're looking to leverage ads for launches, definitely lead generation is one of the ways that you should definitely prioritize. All right, so number 1 was leveraging lead generation ads for your launches, which is something I'm definitely going to be leveraging this year. So you're going to see my face all over these Facebook ad streets very soon. because again, I love teaching my workshops. I love doing all the things that I do, but the lead generation leading up to it is just exhausting. If you feel the same way, then definitely send me a DM. I find launching exhausting, to be honest. But I understand that it's a part of business. Hey there, CEO. Do you secretly wish you could grow your revenue without having your hands in every piece of your marketing? Are you longing for the days where you aren't approving every post, every email, or even every sales page before it goes out? I so understand, because when CEOs like you come to me, they have a big vision, they're doing a lot of marketing, but for some reason they are stuck. And it is my job to come in and uncover the big problems that we have and figure out how we can actually take you from being stuck at that revenue milestone you're currently at and getting you on to that next level. So if you know that it is time for you to take your hands out of all of your marketing so that you can get to the next level, then definitely want to book a call with me so we can talk about how a fractional CMO can help you get your next revenue milestone without the side of CEO burnout. So head over to stacyzeal.co to book a call with me today. Don't wait. Your future millions are waiting for you. Moving on to number 2. So number 2, the second way that you can use Facebook ads to really help you to breathe, to get more without spending your time by actually getting more bang for your buck, is to amplify your best content. And so I create a ton of content. I know you do too. You create a lot of content, whether that's reels, podcasts, blogs. You have influencers that are creating content. And guess what happens? You already know what happens. It dies in the feed. After a short period of time, it dies in the feed. And so thinking about organic reach, the average Facebook post gets 0.07% engagement. Oh my gosh, that is abysmal. The average reach on Instagram is 13.51%, according to Social Insider. And also, according to Social Insider, your Facebook organic reach decreases by 9% year over year. And Instagram, guess how much it decreases year over year? 29%. So what does that mean? That means every year your organic reach is dropping, right? It's harder and harder to get in front of your customers, one, when they need you, and two, when you are having something that you're doing, right? And so it's harder and harder to get in front of people organically. And so you want to take your best sales and lead generating blogs and run some ads to them. So if you, for example, have podcasts that convert really well for you, if you have blog posts that convert really well to you, that bring in an influx of customers, start to run some ads to that content and get more people to see that content. Because the more people that see it, one, you don't have to spend your time to create new content, to create more new content, right? You breathe life into the existing content that you have, right? And so, for example, even if you have reels, for example, that drive sales and traffic, run them as ads in the reel section, right? Not just any cute, engaging, fun, reels, but the ones that are actually actionable and the ones that you actually can use to, sell your products. Those are the things that you may want to run in the reel section. So take your best content. So number 2 is just to really take your best content and start to run some ads behind it, because you're going to start to see more people getting on your email list. You're going to start to see your, more traffic to your site. You're going to start to see your sales increase because, again, you're using your best stuff, right? Not just every blog post that you've ever done, not just every podcast that you've ever done, but the ones that are really, really impactful in connecting with people, getting you a new audience, and really kind of moving them to the sale. Because again, marketing is all about getting in front of new people and also, giving them a reason to want to stick around and giving them a place to go to stick around so they can continue to hear from us. Okay, last way, number 3, is to re-engage and recover sales with retargeting. And so what is retargeting? Let me start with what is retargeting. So retargeting is a way within Facebook that you can essentially send ads to people who have visited your site, who have made a purchase. And one of the best ways you can use it is to recover people who have abandoned cart. And so abandoned cart, that means people added to cart and then they didn't finish checking out. So the average abandoned cart rate, because I love stats, I do some research. So just to hit this home. So the average abandoned cart rate is 70% on desktop. On mobile is 86%. We are very much a mobile society, y'all. People are shopping mobile, and abandoned cart on mobile is about 86%. Tablets, very close, 81%. So that means that so many people are adding something to their cart, from your site, and then they're abandoning, they're leaving, right? And so I don't need to necessarily tell you how super important it is to recover those things, because as the CEO of this growing, multi six-figure brand, you understand that abandoned carts are a problem. And so the way that you deal with this is by retargeting people on Facebook. So you can send ads to people who have visited your site, who've made a purchase, who've abandoned cart, and get them to say, hey, pick up where you left off. Hey, did you forget something like that. But a brand that does this very well is Amazon. And so if you have ever added anything into your cart on Amazon and you have gotten on Facebook, then you definitely have seen Amazon retargeting you. And they send you, most of what they do is they do carousels of products. And it's like, oh, take advantage of these Amazon favorites. Oh, take advantage of these influencer picks, right? And knowing that likely these are retargeting, because you'll go, like I do this all the time. I always add stuff to my Amazon cart. I don't check out until I'm ready to check out, right? And so, Amazon is always retargeting. And so you want to make sure that you are not just letting people abandon and not re-engaging them, whether that's re-engaging them through email. Yes, you should be having your abandoned cart emails going as well. That is something that the bare minimum. So make sure that when people abandon cart, if they've given you their email address, that you do have email triggers that go out. But then you can also do that on Facebook. You can also hit those people who are site visitors, who are past purchasers, or you can even do this to re-engage your existing customers. So for example, like if you take your existing customer list, upload that into Facebook, you can send ads to those people. You can send ads to people who have made a past purchase before and try to tell them like, hey, don't you want to make another purchase? Or, hey, don't you need this? Or, it's time for you to re-up your subscription, or any of those kinds of things that you can do to re-engage your existing customers to make sure you're top of mind and that you're encouraging them to take an action to finish their purchase, something that they're already showing you that they're really interested in, right? Because why would they add it to cart if they weren't at least somewhat interested, right? And so make sure that, you're thinking about ways that you can capitalize on the traffic that you already have, right? It's not always about creating new content. It's not always about, we definitely have to create new content for sure, right? We can't just let we can't just use all our old content, right? We do have to want to repolish things, reshuffle things, but you can repurpose them, right? That's the point here. Like the point here is that if you want to avoid burnout as a CEO, find ways to breathe new life into the things that you are already doing. And so for me, for example, I'm already creating a podcast every week. And so I'm trying to figure out, like, how can I take my podcast and get it in front of more people without me having to actually do the whole like organic post and be, slave to what the algorithm is telling me who I can reach. When really I can jump in and run some ads to my podcast and my top performing podcasts that bring me customers, right? Or that bring me leads. So you can use ads to really buy your time back. That's really the point of this episode, is to give you 3 specific ways that you can buy your time back with Facebook ads. And so again, the first way is to put your lead generation on autopilot. So when you're having a launch, making sure that you're running ads a few months out from that launch so that you can get people on your email list and start to warm them up. 2, you can start to run ads to your best content. So figuring out what are the best content that I have that generates leads, that generates sales, and start running ads to that so that you can really start to breathe more life into those posts. And then the third piece was to retarget or re-engage people who have either abandoned cart or have purchased with you before, right? So it's not just always about talking to new people with your ads. Sometimes, and a really great strategy for you is to talk to your existing customers, is to talk to them on the platform that they're on most. So if you want to avoid burnout this year while still growing your revenue, then you definitely need to make sure you book a call with me so we can talk about how our marketing consulting and fractional CMO offers will really help you to take your business to the next level. So go to stacyzeal.co to book a call. It's also in the show notes. You can also hit me up on Voxer if you like, because I hang out over there as well. But those are the 3 ways. So I wanted to really let you know that burnout does not have to happen to you this year. You can continue to elevate your marketing, to do new things, to get in front of new people without burning you out. And so I hope that these 3 ways were very, very helpful for you. So if you want to talk about it further and you're really, really ready to take that next step to figuring out, I want to take my business to the next level, but I also want to protect my space, my energy, my time, definitely book a call with me. And that's what I got for y'all today. So I will see y'all on the next episode. Make sure you are following, make sure you are subscribed, make sure you are sharing this with people, because this gold is definitely for the public, for everybody. I want y'all to take this magic, put it into your business, execute it, implement it, and take things to the next level. So I'll see y'all next week. Thank you so much for listening to the Roadmap to 1 Million podcast. I just know you got a nugget or two from that episode that will take your brand to the next level if you take action. Keyword, take action. So head over to stacyzeal.co/checklist to get a free resource that will help you to take action on what you learned today so that you can get on to building the brand of your dreams. And be sure to leave us a review so businesses like yours can get this gold as well. All right, y'all. I'll see you on the next episode.